Let a few people get on there, man. Get some people some time. They're like, man, I thought you said five, but I really thought I said six. I said five. My bad. My bad. What up, though? Man, this is a good day. It's my birthday week. We got people been calling for the last hour. Like, man, what are you doing? When are we? When are we gonna do the show, man? When are we gonna find out what we gonna play this weekend? I'm like, it's coming. Like, when are we? It's coming. Rose Lito, what up? Yeah, all right, Rose Lito. Welcome on in, man. We give people, I mean, come on. I know it was my bad. I just wanted to make sure, I can do what I'm supposed to do and do it right. I just had to make sure I did it right, man. That's what I want to make sure I do it right. So look, what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna talk about the Dirt Bowl this season. We're gonna reveal the brackets. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about some stuff. Yeah, but we just gotta let just a few more people get in. But what I'm gonna do right now is so that you can see the printed version. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna post the printed version. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see. What's up, folks? I'm Rayvon the Don. I'm one of your three main co-hosts for the Dirt Bowl. It's me, it's Lil Dre the Giant, the iconic, legendary Cornell Bradley. But let's talk about Dre though. Man, Dre has been on absolute fire this summer, man. It's been a pleasure to sit and listen to him and just like be a fan and listen to him. Man, I really like dude, man. He's nice with it. It's a fan, like it's cool being able to watch him grow and do his thing, and he has a lot of fun doing it too. Um, I like that. So give me some thoughts on what y'all think. Do y'all like the Dirt Bowl this year? Like, is this the best Dirt Bowl that we've had in this century? I think we can probably say yeah. I I think we can probably say yeah. This is one of, if not the best Dirt Bowls in a long time. And it's cool to be a part of it. You know, me and Neighborhood Unc. What up, Neighborhood Unc? Speaking of Neighborhood Unc, I'm going to put this out here right now. Junior J, what up, dog? When we reveal the bracket, if anybody has a problem, Neighborhood Unc told me to tell you that he said, fuck you. He said, fuck you if you don't like the bracket and call him. Don't call me. Don't call me. I'm over it. I've been on the phone all day with people. We ain't even revealed the bracket. Dude's like, man, what time we play? And what's our ranking? And what we be doing? And they said, man, fuck what you talking about, Rayvon. Where's the bracket? Damn, can we have a little bit of show? I mean, come on, Cunningham. I said, Von Cunningham, can we just enjoy the show just a little bit? So what I did, if you want to, you can hop off or whatever you want to do. I just posted. Look how she just walked on. This all in the video. Please disregard. It was my maid. No. Okay. God damn. I mean, it is my birthday weekend, so I guess I can get away with some stuff. But look, check it out. I just posted the paper version of the bracket. But let's go on and get into it. Nah. I'll take it back. Let's go on and talk about where you think some people should be ranked and be seated. If you are a player right now, where do you think you should be seated? Where do you think you should be seated? Who do you think should be in the top 8? Who should get a bye? I mean, people being like, man, who's getting the bye? I mean, it's a lot of people like, oh, wait a minute, I don't know. A lot of people deserve to have a bye. But so Damon Richardson, I knew it was gonna be somebody from Redemption who made the first comment that says we should be the number one ranked seed. So, okay, let's go on and get into it then. So Redemption, they are undefeated. They had an absolutely fantastic season. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? That was fantastic this season. What the hell is going on with my power? They was fantastic this season. And they have a right to feel like they should be a highly ranked team. But what was your strength of schedule though? Who did you play? Who played when they played when you played them? Who like? But do you have an argument if you're Redemption? Well, we'll see. We'll see where Redemption falls in. Uh, my glasses are malfunctioning. Everything is malfunctioning right now. That's okay. We'll get it together. 1 second. Hold on. All right. So there we go. What's up? Okay. So we had to make sure we had enough power. That's why I was late a little bit. We didn't have enough power. So Redemption says they should be, in the top 4. I agree. So Damon says I'm down with 3 number. Okay. Atasha Pace says I know we dropped, but we can't be that too far down. Did anybody go on to the Durbo page and look at the printed version? All right, well, let's check out this new little feature. It's not new anymore if you check this out a few little times. But fuck it, y'all ready? Let's go on and get into it. If you look at the bottom, in Region 1, we have Simmons versus Young and Term. They play Saturday, and the winner of that game gets the number 1 ranked seed in the tournament as Park Hill. Does anybody have an argument with Park Hill being the number 1 seed? Going once. We're going twice. Nope. No arguments with them being the number 1 seed. Okay, you can just check out the bottom of the scroll. And you'll find out a little bit. And then you can go to the Durbo page and check out the printed version. Some people say they deserved it. I think they deserved it. Okay, well, this is how we're going to do this right now. We're going to go with the top 8 seeds. A lot of people was like, who gets the 8 seeds, all right? So the number 1 overall seed, they were 5-1. The only time they lost was in week 1. They lost to Down to Win, but they didn't really have all their players. All their players were playing in another tournament, so they didn't really have all their guys week 1. They've won every game since. But since they beat the East End, they struggled, and they've been down in every game since. They struggled against Trailblazers. The Trailblazers probably feel like they could have beat them. They struggled against 4100. 4100 was up 14 in the second half. 4100 probably feels like they should have beat them. They struggled against Jewel Park. Jewel Park was up 19-5 at one point, 13-1. But Park Hill has come back and found a way to win every single week. Every single week. So somebody they've already gone on to the Dirt Bowl page and checked out the printed bracket because I haven't announced it. But let's go to number 2. The number 2 overall seed is the East End. The East End, since they've lost to Park Hill, they've been on absolute fire. And they kind of feel like if Lamontre didn't get ejected against Park Hill, they beat Park Hill, and they are the reigning and defending champs. But that rivalry is kind of good. They're on opposite sides of the bracket, people. Somebody said, man, they're going to probably put East End and Park Hill on the same side. Why would the Dirt Bowl committee do that? Why would the Dirt Bowl committee go to an undisclosed location early yesterday morning and come up with the bracket if we was gonna do something ridiculous like that? I mean, come on, people. I mean, these people got to be on opposite sides. The number 3 overall seed. Now, this is where it can get kind of tricky. Yeah, some people are going to be like, the number 3 overall seed, ladies and gentlemen, the 5-1 Trailblazers. Ooh. So redemption is like, man, that's some bullshit, man. We better than them. We undefeated. We should get more respect. Yada, 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 yada. I feel it. You undefeated, you should get some respect. And you're right. You have an argument, but the Dirt Bowl committee, we came together and we thought that the Trailblazers on a slight edge. I'm talking about just slightly deserve that ranking. They have the number 3 seed and redemption gets number 4. Y'all agree with that? I know the redemption people. I know there's some people who feel like, man, this is ridiculous. It's the only undefeated team in the United States of America. How can they not be ranked number 1? And I think you do have to consider, their strength of schedule. Redemption played in D2. So we have divisions this year. We have the Power 6, which is, like it says, it's the Power 6. It's the big teams. And then you have, like, the mid-majors, the teams that are right there next to it, but they're not quite elite yet. And then you have D2, and that's where Redemption fell this year. And they didn't like where they would fail this year, but they were 6-0 in the 3rd rated division, but they have been 6-0 in the 2nd or the 1st. And I think some people might say no. Do me a favor real quick. It's a little button right there at the bottom of your device, and it might have an arrow or it might say share. Hit that button for me real quick. Man, the Dirt Bowl has been fantastic this year. The attendance, like the games, the players, the vendors, it's been dope this year. So we want more people to get involved. And hit the share button for me real quick, man. I'm Rayvon the Don. This is the 2024 Dirt Bowl Reveal Show. I see some people they getting the comments in, and I like it. I like it. So let's go on and get to the next 5. So the number 5 seeded team is the home team, 502 home team. They lost twice. They were 4-2, but they can say we only lost to Park Hill in the East End. They have they might be like, you know what, our schedule says that we are better than Redemption and the Trailblazers. Why are we the number 5 seed? I think they have an argument, folks. I really, really do. Let's move on. The number 6 seed is business as usual. Business as usual has been quiet. They're 4-2 on the season. They're quietly getting better and better and better. They won on the last second shot last week, and that's why they kind of stayed in that top 8 where they got to buy. It's business as usual. Business as usual. If you know them, this is business as usual what they do. Dang, man, that's some sucker shit. I mean, like, that's the way it is though, because every year when the NCAA bracket comes out, there's a team and a coach and a fan base who feels they are slighted and disrespected, and it's no different with the Dirt Bowl. But only thing we can tell you is win. You just gotta win. So y'all undefeated, and what are y'all? I mean, what? They got GOC, Bouncers Not Bangers. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got a chance. So let's keep on going. The 7th team is We Them Ones. They have this year's MVP, and I don't even think it's close. I don't think it's close that Jermaine is an MVP. But I did hear that he may not be available come Sunday. And surprisingly, I don't know if anybody, I did see one person, look, this is where it's really going to get it's really going to get tough right here. The number 8 seed is the Breeway Warriors. Shout out to the Breeway Warriors. They're in the low division, but they were 5-1. Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected them to be 5-1 at this point in the season, but they are. So shout out to them. So let's keep on going. So in Saturday's games, we're going to go from, if you're looking at a bracket, I'm in the upper left-hand corner, right? I'm in the upper left-hand corner. So these teams are on the same side, all right? These teams are on the same side. Region 1 and Region 2 are on the same side, as you can see on the bottom of the screen right there. So we'll have Simmons and Young and Turn. And the winner of that game, Simmons, Young and Turn, Saturday at 3. The winner of that game plays Park Hill Sunday at 7. Then we have Jewel Park versus the Dirtbags, Saturday at 2. And the winner of that game plays the Breeway Warriors Sunday at noon. Sunday at noon. And then on the bottom half of that bracket, we have GOC versus Bosses Not Bangers, Saturday at 4. And the winner of that game gets Redemption Sunday at 4. So back-to-back 4 o'clock games. So GOC, Bosses Not Bangers, the winner of that game gets Redemption Saturday and Sunday at 4. And then on the bottom portion of the Region 2, we have Millennium. Millennium plays Saturday at 5 against Church League. Church League versus Millennium. And the winner of that game gets the home team Sunday at 2. Sunday at 2. Millennium Church League. And the winner of that game gets the home team Sunday at 2. Now I'm going to the other side of the bracket. At the top corner, on the right side of the bracket, you have the mighty East Dirt on that end. But the winner, they played the winner of Bluegrass Kings and Algonquin Park. Bluegrass Kings versus Algonquin Park. That's Saturday at 7. That's the primetime game on Saturday. Bluegrass Kings, Algonquin Park. Boobay versus Big Ty. Ooh. And then we have Newburgh versus the Kentucky Headhunters. They play at noon Saturday. Newburgh, Kentucky Headhunters at noon Saturday. That means that both of those teams can come on in, get their game in, go back out the way. They can get showered up and get ready for the concert that night. They're going to have a good time. I mean, it's almost guaranteed that they're going to have a good time. Well, I hope they have a good time, Saturday night. And then on the bottom portion of that, well, let me take that back. The winner of Newburgh, the Kentucky Headhunters, they get We Them Ones Sunday at 5. So the winner of Newburgh, the Headhunters, they get We Them Ones Sunday at 5. And then we have on the bottom portion of the bracket on that side, we have, this is a good one though, Down to Win versus Cut It Tut Saturday at 6. So it depends on who shows up for those two teams. Down to Win and Cut It Tut. That neither one of those teams has really had a full roster this year. Cut It Tut, they were bumped up because of their success last year, and they've been absolutely stinking up the park. I think they're 1-5. Yeah, I think they're 1-5. But I think Down to Win is only 2-4 though. I think Down to Win is 2-4. That's but it depends on who shows up. So the winner of Down to Win, Cut It Tut, they get the Trailblazers Sunday at 3. They get the number 3 seed Trailblazers Sunday at 3. And then on the bottom part of that, you have All for One against Mamba Mentality Saturday at 1. So All for One, Mamba Mentality Saturday at 1. And the winner of that game gets Business as Usual Sunday at 1. Sunday at 1. So, yeah, sneaking up the park. That's what they was doing. So let's just go on and get into it, man. Like, who do you like? So, who do you like? Simmons, Young and Turn. So, Young and Turn, I do have a couple of reports that Santana will not be there and Chief may not be there either. They're a totally different team when those two young guys who will be juniors at Butler and St. X, respectively, this upcoming season. They're different when they're not there. They play Simmons. Simmons is kind of up and down. I believe they finished the season 3-3. But I'm going to go with Simmons on that one. So Simmons, Park Hill, Sunday at 7. It may be pretty good. That may be pretty good. So let's go on down. You got Jewel Park and the Dirtbags. Do we need to discuss this game when the Dirtbags are the only team in the United States of America for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. They the only team that didn't win a game. So let's move on. So we got Jewel Park versus Breway Sunday at 12. So is Breway really ready for that? So they you've been screaming it all year long, Bruce. Are you and Tiz and the guys and Neil Robinson? Are you guys ready for Jewel Park Sunday at noon? I'm pretty sure some people on both teams may go out the night before. So who's going to be ready to play at noon on Sunday between Jewel Park and Breway? I'm gonna go Park Hill over Simmons. I'm gonna move Park Hill over. But who you got between Breway and Jewel Park? Because Breway, they've been down a couple of times this year, and they found a way to win. Jewel Park has been up a couple of times this year, and they have found a way to lose. That's gonna be we're gonna have to come back and visit that one a little bit later. So we have GOC versus Bosses Not Bangers. I like GOC in that to move on to play against Redemption Sunday at 4. But that's a good game. GOC Redemption. So Redemption, I see a couple other comments. They're like, this is some bullshit. What do we got to do? You got to beat GOC Sunday at 4. You got to beat GOC Sunday at 4, Team Redemption. And then you still got action, but just because you were what you did in the regular season, that means nothing from here on out. I'm going to go with GOC to move on to play against Redemption. And depending on who shows up for GOC, not necessarily Redemption. If Jalen Maxey doesn't show up for Redemption, they're in trouble. They're different when Jalen doesn't show up. But depending on who shows up for GOC, that could be a really good game. I know Dez and Pulpit Bryant, my cousin, is my cousin, and Quan and Quinn, and Tevin is back. Tevin played good basketball last week. But Redemption has been playing like a well-oiled machine all season long. So that's going to be a really good game Sunday at 4. Millennium Church League. I'm going to give Millennium the edge in this one. But I think Church League is going to be in the game for a while. I think it's going to be a good game for a while. But I do think Millennium pulls away at the end. But it could be close. I think that's going to be a close one. Don't know the spread on that one just yet. But I would go probably Millennium minus 4.5 on that one, pulling away at the end. On the other side, we have the Bluegrass Kings at Algonquin Park. This is an interesting one because the Bluegrass Kings, they're one of the hottest teams in the Dirt Bowl. They won 4 in a row. Sam Powell is going to be in town this week. Big Tide has been having his boys balling. They play against Algonquin Park. Algonquin Park, they struggled this year. They were 1-6, and they beat a team that only had 4 guys last week. But they did get a victory, though, and that's what, Algonquin Park has historically done. They may not play that well in the regular season, but if they have their full roster, and they have the most full roster of any team in the tournament, they have 23 men on the roster. I said 23 men are on the roster for Algonquin Park, but they haven't all shown up. It's been a couple of games that Boubet had to show up. It was funny because one time Dre said, that is not a basketball under Boubet's shirt. That's one of the best ones of the year. That is not a basketball under Boubet's shirt. I thought that was pretty good. Who y'all like in that one? Bluegrass Kings or Algonquin Park? Who? I'm gonna go. Algonquin Park in a close one. And the winner of that game is East End Sunday at 6. Newburgh, Kentucky Headhunters. Interesting storyline in this one. EJ, he felt like, man, how come I don't get called to play for Newburgh? So he got his own team together. They play against each other this weekend, Saturday at noon. Newburgh versus the Headhunters. I'm going with Newburgh. They're gonna go out Friday night though, but it depends on what they do Friday night, what kind of shape they're in early Saturday. They had a special request, like man, we got stuff to do Saturday night, understandably. So what would they be like? What kind of condition and shape would they be in at noon against the Headhunters? and who will show up for the Headhunters. The winner of that game gets weed in once. But I did get a report that the newly named MVP, Jermaine Jackson, may not be there Sunday because of prior arrangements and engagements. He may not be there. And if he's there, I think you have to give the edge to Newberg if Maine is not there. If he's there, it's different. So we'll have to see, who shows up on that day. Down on the other end, down to win, cut it set, as we talked about earlier. That's a really good game. And that's another one who depends on who shows up. Cut it set and down to win on paper, they look really good, which is why Down to Win was put in the Power Six, because the roster that they sent in us, the names that were on the team, you're like, oh, that's Power 16. When you have Coffee and Raekwon and a couple other guys that haven't made it yet, it was like, oh, that's Power 16. Same with Cut It Tut. Cut It Tut, they played in the lower division last year. They played pretty good. They got bumped up this year, and they're not doing as well, but they haven't had their full roster. So I'm gonna go Down to Win in that one. And Sunday, depending on who Down to Win has, I think that may be the game to watch for an upset for a team that has a bye. If Down to Win has all their guys against the Trailblazers Sunday at 3, I think that is going to be a game to watch. I think that's going to be a game to watch. If Down to Win wins and they bring out their guys Sunday at 3 against the Trailblazers, that may be the upset that is going to happen to a team. Because I guarantee you, one of those teams that has a bye, somebody's going to lose on Sunday. And then on the bottom, we have All For One. They have Crook and Bro, a couple guys on their team. Quietly, I think they're 4-2. They've lost 2 in a row or 2 out of 3, or maybe 3-3. But they've had quietly a pretty good season. They play Mama Mentality. Got to see. I'm pretty sure that Kool-Aid Bryant won't play this week. Losing Kool-Aid, that's a big loss for him. I think he hurt his meniscus the other day, so got to get a full report on his injury status. But I'm sure he's not going to be playing. It's not even worth it for him to play. But that's a big loss for them. So I'm gonna go All For One to play against Business As Usual Sunday at 1. I'm gonna go Business As Usual over All For One. And depending on who shows up, if everybody shows up for Down to Win, I think Down to Win can beat the Trailblazers Sunday at 3. Newberg, we the ones we talked about, like who gets there. So I'm gonna move East End over, and I'm gonna move Newberg over because we don't know Jermaine's status. So East End, Newberg, possibly Saturday, August the 3rd at 4. Business As Usual, Trailblazers, because they've been consistent. I'm gonna move the Trailblazers over, but still watch out for that game. Watch out for Down to Win Trailblazers. If Down to Win beats Cut It Tut. So Business As Usual, Trailblazers, August 3rd at 5. I'm gonna go Redemption in a close one over GOC. And I'm gonna go home team. So Redemption and home team, that's a good one. I'm gonna go home team. I'm gonna go home team to make the Final Four in Park Hill. Park Hill, home team, East End. Business As Usual right now. But let me take a look at it, a few more times. I don't know. So when we come back on August the 3rd, you have to win twice that day to advance. So the Park Hill Region 1, the Park Hill region, that team will play at 2 o'clock on the 3rd. In the Redemption region, that team, whoever comes out of that one, that team will play, those two teams will play at 3 o'clock on the 3rd. Whoever survives out of the East End region will play that Saturday at 4 o'clock on the 3rd. And then whoever comes out of the Trailblazers region, those two teams will play at 5 o'clock on the 3rd. But look, though, the two teams that win that day, you got to come back and play later on that night. So whoever comes out of the Park Hill and Redemption region, they'll play Saturday night in the Final Four at 6. Whoever comes out of the Park Hill and Trailblazers region, they'll play Saturday night at 7 in the Final Four. So you got to win twice that day. It's a long day. So somebody, I know somebody's gonna say, "Man, when they start doing that, why we gotta do it?" We've been doing it for years now. We've been doing it for years. Where you got to win 2-1. So don't start you complaining about that. That's just something that could be off next weekend. Like we played this upcoming weekend, and we're off the 27th and 28th. Then we come back that first weekend of August. That's just kind of traditionally how it is. Uh, with West Louisville Appreciation being in the park that weekend. So once again, this has been the 2024 Playoff Reveal Show. You can see some more matchups going across the bottom. Once again, hit the share button for me. If you haven't been to the Dirt Bowl this summer, what are you waiting for? We can tell you that it's safe. We have police. We've spread them out this year. We have every single area covered. But it's not even really about that though. Like it's been cool. Like people come down. And police they know what's in your red cup and your styrofoam cup, and they smell the green acres as Cornell says. But they ain't really trying. They ain't trying to do that. They just trying to keep us safe in case somebody comes down there with the foolishness. Like being this foolish. And then so that's the only thing that they're for the foolishness. So if you've been down there, like I hope you appreciate it. From the entire Dirt Bowl staff, myself, Tommy, neighborhood aunt, Cornell, Dre, the ref junkies, our table staff, Keywan and Adrian and Day, MJ and Chris, like we appreciate y'all so much. How y'all been helping us out, supporting us, and helping the Dirt Bowl grow. And we think it's the dopest event in the city right now. We hope you continue to support us and come on down and check us out. Somebody said, "Where's my Dirt Bowl shirt?" We do have Dirt, but not quite like this one. It has more colors on it. Like you see the one we had, like with the red, white, and blue. Looks just like this, except it has the colors in it. We do have those for sale. $20, red, white, blue, and black. Get yours today. If you catch up with Neighborhood Unk in the park, he may even give you two for 30. You know what I'm saying? So $20 or 2 for 30. That's the going rate on the t-shirts. Make sure you get you one, man. Wear it all around the city, man. We are the Dirt Bowl is very nice. And so to all 24 teams in the Dirt Bowl playoffs, may the best team win. We hope that nobody gets injured. We hope everybody is sportsmanlike and feel like your brackets. We'll have some brackets to hand out, this weekend. Keep up with us. And come out and have some fun, man. And then, like I said, on August the 4th, Super Sunday, one of the biggest days in West Louisville every single year. Make sure if you don't come any day, make sure you come on Sunday, August the 4th, to see the two teams that remain from one of the most competitive Dirt Bowls that we've had in a really, 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 really long time. Once again, man, my name is Rayvon the Don. Go to the Dirt Bowl page and you can see this, like the printed version. You can go see the printed version of it if you want to. We have that. You can go check it out on the Dirt Bowl page. Oh, right. U of L and the TBT. They will be at the park this week. So get a chance to come down to see Pat Kelsey this week. Come down to see some of you guys from the TBT this week. And the Golden Griff, the great Golden Griff, is going to make his annual appearance this weekend at the park. So all of that area, like in the front of the new scores table, don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. In those seats right there. So all you people who don't know them, don't worry about them seats. Them seats are going to be reserved for the guys from TBT and U of L and Coach Kelsey and the Golden Griff. So make sure you share that this weekend. That U of L and the TBT team will be in the park. The U of L basketball team specifically like Sunday at 6 around that time. So when they'll get there. And then hopefully the TBT guys will come on down and stay there. And not to mention that it's my motherfucking birthday week, people. I'll be 50 years old in about 30 hours. Yeah, Thursday, I'll be 50 of you. 50 on y'all. Hey, I know y'all be like, no. I've had to explain it a couple of times. I am 50. I was born in 1974. I graduated in 1992. I got 4 kids. I got 10 grandkids. My son is 31. My oldest grandson is 11. My youngest grandson is 4 months. I am really that old. Said old ass nigga. That's all right. That's all right. So I'm not getting into that with you, Zoe. No. I would not let Zoe troll me. Zoe is the number one ranked troll in the city. But out of 372 guys, he's probably ranked 281. Once again, man, my name is Rayvon the Don. This is my birthday week. It's Durbo Playoffs. It's good. Make sure you hit the share button, man. Come on down. Celebrate me. Celebrate you. Celebrate our city. Celebrate the culture. Celebrate basketball. Celebrate the Dirt Bowl. It's really, really, really like that, man. Y'all be cool. I'm out.